Good evening, I'm Marcus Slush.
I'm Kim Webby.
Hey, welcome to Newsnight. Coming up, the country music spectacular of the year. We join the Weekend Cowboys at the Hoedown. You had to see to believe.
We find out why 007's Aston Martin's been traded in for a Beamer.
And they believe in good looks, charity and travel. Yes, a new breed of beauty contestants arises. First, though, the news.
Chogham's over, but the crisis continues tonight. Commonwealth leaders have told Nigeria to shape up or ship out after its execution of 9 political prisoners. Nigeria is accusing the Commonwealth of unfair treatment. But while politicians fight it out, one man has to live with losing the fight to save his father.
Exhausted, jet-lagged and bereaved, Ken Weaver arrived back in London this morning, frustrated that his journey to New Zealand to lobby support for his father had failed.
Obviously, I wouldn't have flown halfway around the world just to hear them say the same line that they were saying before I even left Britain. So naturally, I'm disappointed by that.
He wanted urgent and uncompromising action from the Commonwealth. He didn't get it.
They decided in their wisdom to use a quiet diplomacy route, and you know, that's what they decided. It didn't work. My father and the others are now dead, but I don't think it's any good sort of saying, well, they should have done this or they should have done that, because quite honestly, it makes no difference now. The point is now to learn the lessons from that.
But Ken Sarah Weaver's legacy to his son is not only his name, but the cause he died for. But the suspicions remain it could have been different had the Commonwealth acted earlier.
That report from Mark Sainsbury. Back home, heartfelt thanks to Kiwis from the leader of another African nation. Nelson Mandela arrived in an Auckland church this evening to give an emotionally charged speech. He thanked anti-apartheid protesters and New Zealanders, saying their actions had helped bring down apartheid. And there's been some more bringing down of Chogham protesters. Sue Bradford's in jail tonight after allegedly hitting a police officer with a placard during a demonstration. 3 others were put in the slammer, bringing the total to 56 arrests during Chogham. And there was drama in Dunedin streets too. For 3 hours, Otago uni students raged out of control, lighting fires and clashing with the cops. Duncan Garner has the story.
Celebrating the end of exams, Otago style. At first, police laid low, but when fires were lit, they moved in.
When the first fires were lit, the fire brigade tried to put it out and we were met with a barrage of bottles.
Rioting students kept the fires going with bags of rubbish and the infamous southern sofas. At least 8 fires were lit, and in the middle of the flying debris, a Newsnight camera. 2 policemen were also hit, one in the face, the other cutting his leg.
The reputation of the students and the university has been done a lot of damage by a very small, irresponsible minority.
We do put up with hijinks from our younger citizens here, and they certainly add colour. But, you know, how far that goes is, of course, something that we need to address.
This morning, the students were in a more sober mood.
Just had a few celebrations, a few quiet ones.
In all, 8 people were arrested, 6 are facing charges.
A man seriously injured in the derailment of the Bay Express train has died, and tonight it's still not known why the train plunged off the tracks. Lisa Manning reports.
24 hours later and little sign of yesterday's derailment. While Transrail staff were checking the line, accident investigators concentrated on why the train left the rails.
Just as it shot past me, I just sort of thought, well, oh yeah, it seems to be going a bit faster than normal.
The train left Wellington 20 minutes late, but Transrail has confirmed that it had made up 15 minutes, as is common at weekends.
It just means that some of the areas that are normally under slower operations because of work may not be needed, and the schedules do allow slack.
The man who died was a former Transrail employee who was in the engine cab taking photos when the accident happened. The company says it's not yet clear if he was authorised to be there. Accident investigators will study a transcript of events taken from the train's black box recorder. They're hoping to have a clearer picture of what happened by the end of the week.
Overseas now to the Smashing Pumpkins. No, not the rock group, but a strange solution to the leftovers of Halloween.
There's something about Americans and pumpkins. They either love them or launch them.
Well, it's pumpkin chunkin' time again. Come on, all you neighbors and friends, it's time to make their pumpkin fly.
At the national Pumpkin Chunkin' titles, competitors use homemade machines to hurl pumpkins at targets 200 metres away.
Come on, baby, come on!
Mellow Yellow is Captain Speed's pride and joy. He spent almost $100 on it.
And it's kind of like taking a straw with a pea and go just like that.
They admit they're no rocket scientists, but they insist one day they will perfect vegetable velocity.
That is bizarre. To another smashing success, the Visual Symphony in the Auckland Domain last night. See for yourselves. And finally to that growing Auckland casino Sky Tower. Thanks to a tricky time-lapse camera, we've condensed 20 months of building into this. Better than a music video.
That's very good, isn't it? It'll be an expensive music video to make, though. And you could see they had the TVZ Open Day. You could see suddenly the whole lot of kids, a whole lot of people on the street for just about 2 seconds and then back. I spotted that.
It rained a lot too, didn't it?
Yeah, it did rain a lot, but it never seemed to be night. It was always the day.
Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose you couldn't see it at night.
No, I suppose not. Hey, after the... Thanks, Karen. After the ads, we find out why some say the movies are just giant commercials, and Mark Stauffer joins the search for our Mr. New Zealand.
It's just like football, you know, before you go to the field, you know, you've got to give it your best. Like tonight, I'm going to give it my best.
Welcome back, you are with Newsnight. Later on tonight, I'll have the country music extravaganza of the year. Can't wait for that. And she's done Playboy, now we reveal Farrah Fawcett's shocking new role. That is later. Now, here's Kim.
Thanks, Marcus. Well, rugby, racing and beer may be the staple for many Kiwi blokes. Others are more concerned with grooming, confidence and international superstardom. A few thousand others anyway. They all turned out around New Zealand to compete in Manhunt, a competition aimed at finding the best-looking guy in the country. Mark Stauffer was also at the final in Auckland last night.
Well, we've had a very good turnout, actually. We've had guys who are builders, guys who are DJs, guys who are policemen, bartenders, models, male review dancers, you name it, basically. We've had them all, and they've turned up from basically Invercargill right through to Whangarei.
Woo! A grand groove, grand groove.
Well, it's not a bodybuilding show as such. It's not a pure personality show. It's not a modelling show as such either, but a combination of all those factors, plus the ability on stage to project confidence and to look good.
That's the beat.
Well, obviously, we want someone to portray great confidence on stage, the most outstanding contestant, not only look-wise, body composition is very important, style, and being able to hold that throughout the night.
I find there's no bitchiness amongst the guys. They're all good blokes. They're easy to deal with, actually, and they're very serious. They all want to win, put it that way. They want to win.
What sort of stuff do the guys talk about backstage?
Well, it's makeup mainly, and your teeth are looking pretty gappy, and did you have a hard night? Your eyes are looking pretty bloodshot, and what sort of fragrance you're wearing, where'd you get your bow tie, what sort of suit, hey, how much you pay for that? You're looking... They don't actually try to psych each other out like you would probably have in a bodybuilding contest. They're actually pumping each other up.
It was actually a prank by one of the other guys. He put my name down and I found out about 2 days before the actual competition.
Now, you're a training manager at McDonald's and you're going in this international model kind of competition. Which would you rather be, a model or a McDonald's?
Oh, definitely a model. I mean, I love travelling and, yeah, I mean, the modelling life, you get to see all sorts of countries around the world, yeah. Really enjoy that, yeah.
I got up this morning, I'm saying to myself, I'm going to be in the New Zealand manhunt, you know, in the nationals. Like, I'm like from nowhere, you know, I'm saying to myself, I'm one of a million, you know, a million guys out in New Zealand, you know. I'm so happy, you know, to be here tonight.
Great.
And, yeah.
What do your family and friends think about it?
Oh, they're happy. Oh, they think it's great, great.
So what attracts you to the modelling idea?
Well, just travelling, I suppose. Yeah, being famous, getting everyone to know you, walking down the street and having someone say, oh, that's that guy out of that magazine or off that program.
Good evening, everybody. So glad you're here. All the people in the front, the people in the rear. When you came to the door, you was expecting to see Grand Groove Rock, the ceremony. Well, I'm the capital T. As it tack, I got the double E, which...
He's from Manurewa, Kelly Green!
And Kelly now travels to Singapore to compete in the world final, as you do.
Lucky guy. Why would James Bond, swap his Aston Martin for a BMW? Well, for the same reason Forrest Gump drank Dr. Pepper's soft drink. The answer's product placement, the great marketing idea that can make a feature film not that different to a commercial break.
When producers of the latest Bond film, GoldenEye, traded in 007's venerable Aston Martin for a BMW Roadster, they saw a unique opportunity to promote their brand new film along with the brand new car.
See 007's new BMW in GoldenEye. See your dealer about a BMW you can own.
It is the studio's goal to sell this movie for 30 seconds, but it is very different and visceral for a consumer to watch something they think is an automobile commercial and see something that represents Hollywood.
A new breed of Hollywood agent engineered the fit between the studio and the car company.
We try to match up the character with the personality of the product or the brand, because that also helps the filmmaker in delivering the image of the character that he's trying to portray.
It's not new, featuring brand name items in movies, from a Kawasaki motorcycle in True Lies, to a box of Dunkin' Donuts in While You Were Sleeping, to the soft drink of choice in Forrest Gump.
I must have drank me about 15 Dr. Peppers.
It's known as product placement, a practice satirized repeatedly in the film Wayne's World.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out.
Normally, it's an exchange of the product in return for use on camera. Very rarely does money change hands on this. What I think it will do is that it translates into enhancement of the image of that product.
The impact of movies on consumers was recognized more than 60 years ago in It Happened One Night. Clark Gable took off his shirt, revealing his bare chest, and sales of undershirts reportedly plummeted. In 1982, audiences not only embraced an extraterrestrial, they also bought E.T.'s favorite candy, Reese's Pieces, in the millions. In this summer's Magic in the Water, a friendly monster is enticed from its watery lair by Oreo cookies. But in this case, the director says the product was chosen to enhance the storyline, not his bottom line.
Oreo cookies and tearing them open and eating the centers was such a big part of my childhood that it worked its way into the script.
What do do you think we'd like around the desk here?
Well, we can do all sorts of things, really.
Our favourite things.
I think your favourite film can't be criticised for at the piano, can it? For a little product placement in the piano, was there?
No, I don't think they had product back then, did they?
No, I suppose they did. That's a very good point.
Ivories?
Well, the piano, you maybe.
Yeah, no.
Still
Steinway.
I'm not even quite sure if it was. Hey, still to come, a mail or a mystery uncovered, and the joys of country and western. Well, if it ain't the Wild West.
It's entertainment. It's not about guns. It's not about anything violent.
Get your pen and paper.
The New Zealand Herald is 132 years old today. On this day in 1914, the brassiere was patented by American designer Mary Jacobs, and the Milli Vanilli miming scandal broke on this day in 1990.
Yeehaw, you're with Newsnight. Now, the ad in the paper billed as a country and western spectacular. A night of Wild West music, shoot-em-ups, line dancing, and a glittering lineup of impersonators, including Dolly Parton, Johnny Cash, John Denver, Patsy Cline, and Garth Brooks. Hey, as it turned out, things were a little different on the night, but what the hell? I didn't pay to get in anyway. Sometimes in the morning we don't have anything to do a story on, so we get the Herald, the New Zealand Herald, and we look at the back page and find something exciting that's going on. Well, today are we lucky, because we've found something that's happening at the Mandalay, where I used to work, in Newmarket, Auckland, and it's called, get this, it's called the Country and Western Spectacular. When I work all done. While most people are at home watching a video or sitting in the lunchroom with a skinful, hundreds of country fanatics are enjoying a smorgasbord of country carry-on. Well, can we have a look at it?
Well...
No, I might try it on, the viewers might like that.
No, I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show you.
Show me this.
You'll see it later.
Show me it. I just want to see how big it is.
This on TV.
No, doubt we will.
Excuse me. You can have a peek.
No, just have a look. Okay, let's have a look. I want to see it.
Okay. And...
I think there's quite a lot of this.
Yeah.
It's about that much foam in it. Spectacular.
She's been there. God knows she's been there. She has seen and done it all. She's a woman. She knows how to dish it out or take it all.
So how long, Anita, have you been developing this Patsy Cline act?
I did it the first time a few months ago on the Stars in Your Eyes competition.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Did you used to watch the British one?
Yes.
And loved it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Because that young Welsh coal mine girl won.
Yeah, she was wonderful.
What'd she sing? I thought
Yeah, she sang Sweet Dreams.
How does that go?
Yeah. Sweet dreams of you every night I go through. Okay.
I think that everybody should have a chance to experience a firearm. I mean, it's up to them whether they want to follow firearms through the natural course of history. As a kid, I was deer stalking, pig shooting with a longbow.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Never had much to do with rifles, and then I went with the New Zealand Army to Vietnam, came home and thought, bugger the longbow, I can shoot a pig or a deer a lot easier with a rifle, you know.
Just about did it, boy.
Hey, mister, I ain't going.
Where the hell you ain't, boy?
Spectacular.
It's entertainment. It's not about guns. It's not about anything violent. The only thing people know in history is the OK Corral, you know. So we take gunfights out of history.
And the fight lasted about 2 minutes, didn't it?
The gunfight?
The OK Corral?
30 seconds.
Yeah, that's right, guys.
Yeah.
Because then the goodies did the gunfight at the OK tea rooms. It's quite a good episode. Do you remember that?
Goodies, I do, yeah.
It's around the sauce.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, what was the whole idea with this Country and Western Spectacular? Was it just a smart idea one night, or what happened?
Yeah, well, a lot of people said, hey, you know, why don't we do something different and have a night where we've got a whole lot of impersonators and different bands playing and just have a good night.
Now, you may have noticed that Neil seems a little cagey. Maybe it's because he's scared I'm going to mention the fact that none of the male impersonators have turned up. But I'm not Mike Valentine, and this isn't fair go. And anyway, I'm quite happy with Patsy, Dolly, and the crazy Westies with the guns. Still, not silly to put the pressure on Neil a little bit more.
So is this what you do? You just organise different sort of events?
Yeah, I tend to get sucked into and being involved in organising different events, yeah.
And that must be quite a good feeling, because people come along here and have a really good time and you're sort of responsible for it all.
Well, not totally responsible, but I get involved with a bit of the organising.
Yeah, and I understand you're into rock and roll as well, are you?
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, I get into the rock and roll dancing and dressing up like a teddy bear and a teddy boy.
Dressing up like a teddy bear, that's perverted.
No, teddy boy. With the long draped coat.
Yeah, I know what it's like, dressing up like a teddy bear.
Yeah, beating people up. Yeah.
Well, they got these B&D parlours, treat me like a teddy bear.
Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely.
What's your favourite country western song?
Oh, I don't like too many. I don't know.
Oh,
I've got no idea.
You don't know any, do you? You're on the back foot.
I do.
You hate country music, you're just here to make money.
Oh, rubbish.
Can you name one country western song?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, name one song. One song.
Set me free. Keep it stopping on me.
Spectacular. Hey, now tonight's information off-ramp. Mail order catalogues have become essential reading. You can't pick up the paper without them falling out. And how else would you know that you need a bunion strap or comfort pads for your glasses, for instance? But now we've come across a real mail order mystery product. No pictures and just the cryptic name, Angel's Delight. There you go, I haven't seen it. Angel's Delight. According to the ad, it's also known as the Love Egg. Gosh, a simple, convenient to use variable speed device used by women all over the world to attain pleasurable fulfillment, no less. But if it's not your cup of tea, and goodness knows it takes all sorts, you could always stick with a swivel seat for your chair. Very useful. And it stops that wear and tear on your butt, eh? And former Angel, oh, this is fantastic, former Angel Farrah Fawcett gets to play herself in her next movie role, showing that she's still got a G certificate side after her upcoming Playboy spread. She'll be doing a voiceover for Disney Kids' story with her son Redmond. It's called The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars, and Farrah provides the voice of a kitchen tap. Now in the States, of course, it's a faucet. Clever, eh? A tap, she's a tap. And we all know the star of, we all know the star of Chocolate was not Mandela, but was in fact Superintendent Brian Rowe. He was to the conference what Schwarzkopf was to Desert Storm, firm, fair, and bloody good at handling the media. But what do we know about this man? Well, very little until Saturday's Dominion told us about his TV watching habits. We all picked him as a TV1 man, you know, the Bill, Emmerdale Farm or Corrie Street. But gosh, how wrong we were. His favourite show is The Simpsons. We think that's fantastic. He'll be running for Prime Minister, no doubt about it. That's tonight's information off-ramp. Here's Kim with tomorrow's weather.
Thanks, Marcus. Well, it's good news the sun's sticking around. The north is spotlessly sunny and a cool sou'wester will stop us from overheating. Napier gets the day's high 19, while Palmerston North the low 16. The south looking good as well, just some dampness in the very south. Christchurch is the high on 18, while Invercargill is the low on 14.
On tomorrow's show, a preview of the new movie from rubber-faced Jim Carrey. It's Ace Ventura 2.
My instincts tell me we're getting closer. I can feel it. I can feel it like it's right in my neck.
I like him, eh? He's quite good. I like him, yeah. That's it from us.
Good night.